Hello, everybody. Chip and Minecraft here. Welcome you back to another live stream. I am definitely not fully within the whole outcome with today with my focus and stuff. If you noticed, yeah, it's just been one of those days. But today, I have again the opportunity to stream, so figure we do what I'm hoping is gonna be the last stream of me doing this concept of content. Well, not much content, but like of this. I wouldn't really call it much of a series, but like this particular type of broadcast series that I've been doing lately on the channel. So my hope is that today will be, well, we'll finish this off, get this done. I don't gotta worry about it no more until I feel like I want to do another one of these within the future recordings that I plan on doing within my channel involving murder mystery. Anyway, we got Karen in here, and we have Scout, the only two right now I've seen chat. It's alright. Appreciate it. Let's quickly get straight into this. So, in last stream, we actually done two, which was very good. We managed to knock out two. We knocked down this one right here, which was a separate session of the White Pumpkin Mansion. And we knocked down this one, which was the first ever session of us doing Vertigo. We have two left. We have this vertical video right here, which is just one round, dedicated as me as the murderer, which was done on the same session of this recording right here. And the last one but not least, the Minor Text Manor V2. We're going to go ahead and we're going to hop on to this one right here. And this one, I'm actually going to skip certain moments of this because on this round right here, this basically just talks about... I didn't want to put that out. No, I want to do this. I want to set this 720p full screen. There we go. So we're going to skip that portion right here. We're going to go straight into the round. And yeah, we'll kind of talk about how this one went, where some improvements could have been nice, some things that were not, that should have been handled in a certain way, and that scenario. So let's get straight into it.
I know he don't look like it right now, but
also for context, if kind of like I said, going back from that last session, I think I mentioned where one round we skipped to the next round. That scenario within this scenario right here kind of shows those that concept. I think it was the third round tape. So after second round, third round, we jump into the tape scenario because the round before it, which is this round, it's actually the actual first round I got murder. And in this scenario right here, King's obviously in my skin just trolling around using his bow, which, like I've said within the last session streams we've done, while it's alright that you jokes, there is a limit to said joke before it gets out of hand. Now, granted, yes, this was at the beginning. Nobody had their roles, nothing, but there's a limit.
Trying to probably change it eventually.
And it automatically keeps shooting Scouts so many times, like, bruh, you're making me look bad. Why? Why do this to me? But, yeah. And he wasted so many arrows. He's like, I only have this many amount of arrows. Can I get more? In regards, yes, you can. I love my eye animation because he's like, with the eyes just shifting, like no one's listening to this, right? Me asking this question. But like I said, this is random. It will do this. I think like if you turn your head certain lengths, like say if I'm turning my head nodding, I think that's what triggers it. But every time that happens, it is hilarious. It moments are right. When the moments are right, it plays.
Yeah, help yourself.
And automatically the Karen was throwing the arrows to me when she was trying to throw them at King. So, yeah. Anyway.
Alright, we got another round.
I'll go next.
Every time with that bundle, man.
I like how they always it's them two that always bundle.
And also for future sessions, I got some plans on how to resolve that issue. I ain't gonna get too much in detail, but if you really, really want to take the consideration to figure it out for yourself, you gotta really go back to some OG murder mystery from the Blocksmith crew and see if you can piece together what I have in mind. Actually, I have two things I want to do, but that's beside the point.
So funny. I think out of
Plus, if you actually do ever consider doing that for the fun of the concept, you might learn a little bit more over there.
everybody, me and Daisy have kept our order.
And I love how every time within that session, most of like 95% of the rounds, I'm gonna say that's just an accusation, not genuine. But with that accusation, I always kept going last. Probably because I didn't mind, and also it was just one of those things where like I'm just gonna be sure everyone else gets to their roles. Probably because of how this session went and how somewhat chaotic it was. So yeah.
In the randomizer.
I just wait sometimes.
And every time, shits and arrow. Even before we actually start, man. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. I know he ain't here right now, but if he does come back and we watch all these, what if it's a scenario where I look at my book and it says murder? True fact, this is the scenario, but I want to do a funny gag and post it. You're ruining that possibility for me to do that, man. Like, I'm just saying. Do the jokes after when people like step in the map. Because like in that scenario, I was the murderer, okay, and I kind of did do somewhat of an actual concept of, I was the murderer, even though this video, already, tells you straight away that I was the murderer. But like, say if we go back to the White Pumpkin Mansion, the second video I did, where I was the murderer, I did a funny edit and I loved it. Like, say if I want to do something like that, man, you're ruining that concept by interfering the frame right there I can work with. I mean, I could probably still work around it, but like not giving me enough room to play. Not to be offensive or anything like that. I mean, I get the idea with the whole concept of trolling, but you're ruining the concept where I could put that actual scenery into play and actually have fun with that. Again, not that it was a big deal for this, because like I said, this video right here is straight away already mentioning it. Yeah, hey, I was a murderer, and that's all that kind of jazz. But it also it distracts me on trying to tag into that scenario and also checking my book at the same time. So my actual reaction, like, it's late because I'm still trying to finish off the commentary subject of that. Because I had like a few seconds I could react to that. Then instantly I had to go back to that. I am gonna rewind a bit because I did take my headphones off, but I believe that's what happened in that scenario.
It's Saturday.
Also, I love how me and Daisy are coming down this ladder.
I tell you.
I don't know what happened there, but I was trying to get over. Oh, well, hopefully you don't mind taking your 15-minute breaks on doing this. I was trying to get over here so that way I could get away from causing this scenario.
Anyway.
But somehow... Alright, anyway, I'm gonna full screen so that way we can get... So you can see. But like somehow that happened and then instantly... Okay. She mentions my name, okay. Thankfully she's alive.
Oh!
And I didn't realize that till after she said something. I'm like, oh, whoopsies. My bad. And I admit that was my bad, yo. It was my bad. Now, in this scenario, if I wanted to be an absolute scrub, and as once a good old say in the good old Looney Tunes cartoons from the one and only Bugs Bunny, fight fire with fire, I always say, that scenario would have been a great moment to fight fire with fire, throwing the sus to my man King. Now, in that concept, I didn't do that for a few reasons. This right here, of this round, me being the murderer, I was kind of luring myself out as I was the murderer. Now, normally that is not a tactic a murderer should do. But in my defense, the only reason why I was doing this is to try to partake in within my crew to take in the knowledge of some of the things you need to keep in mind on trying to figure out who exactly the murderer is and stuff like that. And there was a lot of, actual concepts that happened in this. There was, however, other moments in this scenario which is why this one became a really long one. But let's continue.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. You're still alive. You're still alive. It was an accident.
And I legit admit, it was an actual accident. I did not mean for this to actually happen. I was just trying to get away to spread out from people. But yeah, I still don't know how that happened. Yes, yes, this is the second session of that same session. We done in the last video of that session from last stream. So this is technically the second video, which is the same session, but the one round that I was murdered.
It was a pure accident.
And automatically Scout's just latching on. It's me. I'm like, no. It was a genuine accident. Genuine accident. If that was me trying to attempt on killing Daisy, that would have been a crappy play on my behalf because of all those witnesses. Even though the fact there was those vocal witnesses, there were still witnesses inside that elevator. Legit. I would never do something like that. Now, if I wanted to try something just for the commentary concepts, maybe. This is not the map, though, to do that. I'll just tell you right now, straight away, right off the bat, this was not the map that I would do something like that.
No.
But I'm legit like, no. It was a genuine accident. I didn't mean for that to happen. And if she did die, yeah, I probably would have tried to leg it for my life to not get killed. And well, oh boy, that would have put a big impact on me where everyone on, well, those that witnessed the actual death, if that scenario did happen. But if those that did witness the actual death that can 100% vouch it was me, oh my lord, I would have definitely had a really hardcore play. Kind of like within that same scenario within the White Pumpkin, which again, that had a messed up scenario on that one, but still.
No, I don't know. It was a sheer one accident. That was all. Nothing major.
It was just kind of an
And even Daisy was legit latching on that, yeah, it was a genuine accident.
accidental part.
But between Scout, I think King, I think it was Scout and King, them two were like, nah, we don't budget. We don't budget at all. We don't believe it. We think it's an alibi. And she's just latching onto your alibi.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you kidding me? Why? We just started. How am I already getting the sus levels instantly just from one mistake? I'm like, are you for real? Which, honestly, it's not like it's a bad idea. You can't do that. But like, that's a moment like that where like, bro, you suck, man. Come on. Let me have my moment of peace. We just started. Again, not like you can't do this at all right? They kind of had the right to do it, but like, it was just one of those moments like, bro, come on. Why?
I don't know about anything. Oh my god.
And King was like, yeah, I don't know about this. Nah, I don't believe it. I don't believe this alibi. This seems like too sus.
Why?
And he's automatically like, yeah, I think JP's a murderer, which, I mean, you're not wrong, but like, out of that accusation? Why?
Why?
And I'm legit doing a sarcastic why, because I'm like, are you saying that because the fact you're latching on with Scout? Which probably was the reason, but like, yeah.
Why?
And he's like, oh, because you're framing your accident. And I'm like, bruh, again, I would have not have done that at the beginning. That's way too early for a murder to snap into action. And especially this map. This map would be a terrible map to even try to make that play. I'm just saying straight right off the bat, this map would be a really terrible moment, or not even terrible moment, but terrible accusation at all to just even try this play.
Bro, if it was me, I probably would have latched onto it more and actually took it. But
so I said that, and I don't think I should have said it that way. Like I said, I said it that way because, like I mentioned, which I probably didn't think it. Like I said, what I mentioned a while ago, we're saying I could have just thrown on that sus to you, man. I could have thrown on to you, but I didn't think about that at the time in that scenario because he was in my skin, and I just didn't think about it that way.
I didn't.
Oh, I just remember this murder mystery has a gag that I regret doing in this map. This map was not the ideal to do the gag. Oh no. And it's real painful. It's painful in a certain area.
All right. So that's the way.
And now, oh yes, yes, this right here was where things got really weird.
What?
Someone was hitting me.
So in this scenario, King's like, and I'm like, wait, what?
Wait, King?
And I'm like, is my man King alive? Even though I know he's alive, but I gotta make it look like the questionnaire that I'm concerned if my man's alive or not, because, well, smart play. Smart play.
King, you alive?
And he's like, what?
Yes.
And he's like, yes. And I'm like, okay.
What was going on?
And I'm like, what was going on, man? What's the verdict with this situation? Moment of silence. Nothing. No answer to the question. Nothing. Which brought to the conclusion of,
what's going on?
Exactly. I'm like, dude, I asked the question. You're silent. I was confuzzled. Probably a lot of other people got confused too. Like, what's going on here?
I don't know.
Yeah, like Scout automatically admitted. He was like, yeah.
Confused. Last thing I hear is King going like, uh-oh.
And I'm like, I am explaining the scenario where like King was like, uh-oh. And then I asked, are you alive? He's like, yes. And he's like, I'm like, okay. And I asked, what's going on? Nothing.
Uh-oh. And then I asked him if he's alive, and he's like, yes. So
King trying to kill me. I was on the ladder, and he hit me with the bow and arrow, and I almost fell, but I caught myself on one of the ladders.
So no.
And so that threw a spanner, which technically, to be honest, it technically threw a spanner at all of everybody except for me. It technically threw a spanner at me because, well, I mean, I kind of like, it could have been like I said, one of those scenarios where someone like an innocent killing innocent or fakely mistake innocent thing. I don't know. But the point is the fact though he admitted he was alive. I knew straight away he was alive, but still, we needed to at least get that alibi on, or not alibi, but at least like what was going on in the situation. And that's where he did not communicate that intel information to us. And that's where it was like, this is a interesting scenario.
One's died.
No.
Okay.
Trying to be a
I
murderer.
was gonna say I'm confuzzled. I'm like, what?
That's a faux reference. Technically not faux, but yeah, still. I think it's easy pop reference.
What the heck is going on?
And he automatically just like, I think it's me.
King's being sus.
And Scout. This is where I gotta give my man Scout a kudos, because technically Scout in this scenario where you were saying King seems sus, a big kudos to you, man, because the fact that he did not contribute to answer the question I asked him on what was going on with that scenario. That's indeed right there. Kudos to Scout on that, because like again, I asked the question, he didn't answer the question. That's what gave him that.
Yeah, big time. Like I don't understand the accusation behind what was going on there.
Exactly, because like the scenario was where he was going like, uh oh, and then I asked him, yeah, is he alive? And he said yes. And trying to ask him what was going on, he did not put in no intel whatsoever what was going on. So in that scenario, like I didn't understand the whole accusation what was going on because there was no intel on what was going on with the situation. And that Scout was the one explaining that situation. I actually asked King the question, not Scout. So I will admit in this scenario, I didn't really consult to the words coming out of Scout. Again, I apologize, but that was because I was trying to ask the actual person who was the one who was screaming on the scenario, the situation. But he was the one that didn't want to answer that question, so that's on him.
I said a bow and arrow, my inventory. It's always the one shot in that room.
It's insanity.
I know my accent was terrible, Karen. I know, insanity. Don't know why or the whole. It probably did sound like I was saying Saturday, even though it was Sunday when we recorded this. Believe so. She probably vouched me for it, but yeah, accents not my full forte. Oh no! I didn't realize that was gonna happen. Hold on. I made a boo boo. Okay, and we're back.
Saturday? It's Sunday.
See, yeah, I know. Insanity.
No,
Yeah, it was Sunday.
As in, like, you know.
Oh, insanity.
Yeah.
I know. Accents. Not fully my forte, even though I try to do it for fun for the commentary.
I know the way I done the accent was not clear. I know. I'm sorry.
And yeah, for context, I actually forgot that this little cupboard in the elevator is dark. There's no lighting in there. Even though I went in there and I'm like, oh, I forgot there's no light. I ain't staying there.
That this is so dark down there. I forgot about that. I'm not going down there.
Again, gotta make it look like I was innocent.
We all know King.
Murder plays. You gotta play him right.
Oh, he does a good.
And legit, King, regardless of not though the fact he's trolling, like I said, with jokes, you can do the jokes, but there's a limit to said jokes. If you go past the limit of said jokes, that's where you get your little sus level concept built up. And that's where, like, even like if he's innocent of murder, that, like I said, he just does so good at it. And I'm like, that's why I said, like, in this session, like, my man needs to get better on not making himself look so bad. And what he just was basically just said, like, nah, I need to get better and not wasting my arrows. I mean, you're not wrong, but the other intel right there would be nice to take in consideration. Because some maps, you may not have to worry about that, like the Minor Text Manor, which is the next recording, which will be hopefully the last recording we will talk about. That one had infinity bows. You just had to have one arrow on you.
Job at it, even when he's not the murderer, he just does so good. That's.
Now, I'll tell you this, King. If we had enough players to consider on diving into Murder Mystery 2, and we had the Jester role involved, not using your hand tool, such as like sword, axe, whatever, that world would be a really great role for you. The only downfall about it is you would be so good at it that we would automatically figure out. Well, by that I mean as innocents, we would automatically figure out that you're the Jester, not to kill you. Because I am getting a little bit into detail about Murder Mystery 2. I'm only going to talk about that specific role. I'm not going to get too much in detail. If that's something you want to kind of look into yourself, I would recommend checking out the Blocksmith crew of them diving into Murder Mystery 2. It is a lot more fun than Murder Mystery, but with the amount of players we have, we don't have enough to host Murder Mystery 2. But anyway, going back to that Jester role. If you get the Jester role, again, this is Murder Mystery 2. This will never apply to Murder Mystery. The role as the Jester is you want to trick the innocents on killing you. As a Jester, you are not allowed to use your hand tool, whether that be axe, sword, whatever, but you can use your bow, arrow, fist. But the ideal with the Jester is to win, as the Jester, if the Jester was to win, is to be killed by an innocent. If you are killed by a murderer as the Jester, you lose instantly. another portion of the scenario, which again, not going to get too much in detail. If one murderer gives you their book, you were the jester, it overrides the role, basically. Again, not going to get too much in detail about Murder Mystery 2. That's future JPD that would like to kind of get involved with it, but we don't have enough people for it, so I'm not going to get involved with it. But if you are interested, like I said, I would recommend checking out the Blocksmith's Crew, especially Phoenix, which again is spelled as PHO 3N 1X. I would recommend checking it out. Like I said, it is a fun game, and it actually adds a lot more detective feel to it. It's a little bit more detailed, but yeah.
Bro needs to work. He needs to work on that. He really does.
And here's where it's like no. The only thing I need to work on is not consuming my arrows.
Also work on too is conserving my arrows.
Okay, well I guess he was kind of latched on, but still.
Yeah, that. I mean,
me and my ass self. We lingering our reactions.
the beauty though, if the
a murder mystery doesn't make sense because if you have one murderer, it doesn't make sense. For a murder mystery 2, since there are technically 2 murders involved, it makes more sense. And there's actually more roles they integrated with Murder Mystery 2, but the Jester is like one of the more popular roles.
bows had infinity, then you wouldn't have to worry about it. But these bows don't.
Oh, what's going on here?
King Chun.
Scout, my man. You legit were calling out your Wesley sniper. Could have just said like you're being Wesley sniped. It is a joke, and I don't fully understand the concept, but it's still like snipe by a man with a crown or something like that. Something descriptive and actually not saying the genuine name.
Kill me.
We got some cookery going on.
I was down to 3 hearts.
Oh.
But the fact though that you did call the fact you were at 3 hearts, I will give you a plus on that. Well, not A plus, but a kudos, because that was a good call out right there to inform that you were about dead. Now, if you also had mentioned as well in that scenario where you were at, that would have been a bonus, because then that would have told a lot of people where they need to be in that scenario. This also would have also kind of tell the murderer saying like, okay, the location has been reviewed. Do I finish the job? Do I take Matt? Which we'll explain a little bit more about the take Matt situation. Again, take Matt. There's a neurological reason behind the take Matt situation.
Ooh.
Oh,
Would you take that?
That's why I said in that scenario, even though you mentioned like, would you take that like you were being attacked on your life?
Take that as a attack on your life?
I don't know.
Mind you, like if he stopped, that's scenario. But that's where like that's a gray area. You could probably take that like, okay, I'm being attacked, I need to fight back, that kind of scenario. Like I said, there's a gray area with that, unfortunately.
Oh, hello, whoa.
Like I'm hearing a lot of slapping 2 here, and I'm like, okay, I may be in the middle of something.
Whoa, hello, what's going on here and there? Whoa.
And it was actually above, I think.
Whoa.
Oh wait, no, was it? No, was it?
Hello?
What?
Was it? I don't remember what floor. I think it was the next floor up.
I heard a lot of.
It was definitely the next floor
heard
up.
a lot of slaps.
Or maybe I don't know.
Oh.
What the? I heard a lot of slaps.
I was near the vicinity, and I will tell you this: if a genuine murder scenario did happen, oh boy, they probably would have had a good getaway. While I may have witnessed it in the sound waves, that doesn't mean I can still straight up point out the fact on who the actual murderer is, even if they were at the scenery. I can make them like, highly suspect number 1 kind of scenario, but I can't like 100% vouch it because I didn't witness it. I may have heard it, but I didn't witness it kind of scenario. I know I'm talking about scenarios and that stuff, even though I'm the murderer in this round, but again, I'm talking about these things so that way these are things to kind of keep note with, within future murder mystery concepts.
Hello?
I 100% did not fall and get to 2 hearts or something.
Man, man. Yeah. Heights. This is why folks said if you're afraid of heights, this map is not for you. Yeah.
Like, no, I don't.
So you're still alive though, okay, so.
Yep.
Ouch. That's quite a fall.
A lot involved in
Quite a
this
fall.
round.
Okay. Everybody's just
And then
chilling
I'm
on the
getting
main building.
freaking love taps.
I'm going to different building. I am.
I'm like, okay, everyone's just been chilling at building number 1. I'm getting out of
Yeah,
here.
I'm done with the other bro.
I think in this one as well, Daisy's like, I don't know how to do the other buildings, and I'm like, there's on the right corner of the building, there's a bunch of floors with windows. Most windows are broken. You can easily just go from there in that kind of scenario.
I don't even know how.
No,
I called it.
So there's kind of
And there's not really much of like parkour, but let's just say where you're walking, you need to be mindful.
There should be one outside right here.
Yeah. There's kind of parkour. You gotta
There's a
find a
little
broken. You
bit
gotta find like a
parkour, yeah.
broken window and all that. Yeah. That's why
Yeah.
this like unfinished construction kind of style map.
Yeah.
Okay, in this portion, 2 things we need to take note of.
And I'm not very good at parkour.
Yeah. So all I gotta say is be careful. Be careful.
First thing was to be careful. Be careful within like being on the edge of the map and that kind of jazz. That was the first thing we needed to take note. We need to take note of.
And if you do fall, you might want to somehow describingly announce it. Go creative.
The second thing we need to take note of, I'm gonna jump back a frame, is if you was to fall off the map in either the scenario where like you fall off by mistake, or in this scenario where I punch somebody in this scenario, the go creative as in make your death seem like you're actually falling down from the building. Like doing, I don't know, some sort of scream like ah! Two events. I know, but the thing is, it could that's the whole ideal. Because if you're getting knocked off the building or you're falling off the building, it makes sense to do that, because then to whoever's alive, we can realize on that death where, oh, he fell off the building in that type of scenario. Let's watch this really see what happened here.
Somehow describingly announce it. Go creative. That's all I gotta say. Go creative.
Yeah.
Go creative mode.
Building pop.
My man did not listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. Instead of making his death seem like he was falling from the building, he's like, no. Building, top. Like, bruh, because he done the death like that, we couldn't latch on to the fact that, oh, he fell down from the building. In that scenario could have been like, oh, he was actually being killed on top of the building, even though it was a suicidal death by me. I'm evil, okay? It was perfect. It was the one that did not also take into consideration on not staying away from the edge, but because of that, it wasn't classified as that scenario because the fact he said that. But yeah, that was, yeah. That had 2 flaws in that scenario, and I believe me, I wasn't happy. I did mess myself up on this scenario, but I kind of took the sus with an L. But let's rewind, because I do love the fact that how I edited this. It was so funny how I edited this.
Go creative. That's all I gotta say. Go creative.
Yeah.
Go creative mode.
Building pop.
I tell you one thing, if that JPD skin wasn't here, or if I had went the other way, I probably could have got away with this one a lot more better than being sus, because in this scenario, I tried to admit that, like, being like, oh, I never saw him, or no, it wasn't that, no, I did see him, but I never interfered with him at all, which was a bald statement lie. And that did really mess me up, and I was so annoyed about that. Even though with the fact, though, if he did fall, I would still have gotten busted to this concept. But like I said, the latching onto him actually falling down and his death sounding like he was actually falling down would have considered to whoever this was, which I think this was Scout. He probably could vouch for me on this. Because again, I never I always kept saying JPD skin because I couldn't physically confirm. I think even though it was spoken, I couldn't physically confirm this skin face to face. That's just how I rather be. I rather confirm a skin face to face than just hearing it vocally, because with vocally I can't 100% believe it unless I'm like face to face to confirm it. That's something that needs to be taken note on for future content wise. But again, but going back to that scenario where like with his death not sounding like he falls off the map scenario kind of death. To that person who was in my skin, they couldn't really like they assumed it, but they couldn't like 100% verify that was the scenario that happened in that concept. So, King, you messed up, man. That's on you. You didn't listen to what I said. And it's funny enough, in his Discord, the King Castle Discord, if you go into the Minecraft shorts, it may not be in the title of the short, but it is definitely in the context of the message in the short channel. I want to find this. I want to find this right now. I want to find this so bad. Where is it? Where is it? I really want to find this. Hang on a minute. Enjoy another Minecraft MM short. Also watch. Nope, that's not that one. Here we go. Enjoy this funny Minecraft MM short. I did not listen to JPD and was not careful. You got that portion right, but you also didn't take into consideration on having a go creative of that death. You just were like, nah, building top, man. That's where you messed up, and to where everybody within who was alive within your death could not take that in account that, oh, the scenario was he falled off the map, which could have been he accidentally was doing some parkour trying to get to the other building, which there were safer areas, there were not so much safer areas, and then that scenario as well where somebody could have shot him off. Not the scenario in this, but the actual scenario was I punched him off with my sword or axe. I think it was axe. Whatever. The point is, I done that scenario to kill him because, well, it was an easy kill. I took it. But the fact he didn't latch to death, like the death outcome wasn't like he was falling off the map. That's where he messed up in that scenario. But yeah.
What? What?
And that scenario, I'm legit turning around, looking back, trying, and I think in this scenario, I was trying to latch on that someone else could have been at the scenario of the scenery, but that was a statement that couldn't fully 100% vouch and did not stay vouch to play because the sus went straight to me. Which again, in this one, I didn't physically mind because again, I was trying to teach my murder mystery crew the concept of knowledge you need to take into consideration, which I gotta give Daisy kudos. She's the one that does keep note of this stuff, even if it's just for the fun jokes and jags for the gags for the commentary.
Wait, did he fall? Did he?
And I don't lie, when I went down to look down, which I think I was, no, it wasn't crouched. But in this era, I thought I was screwed up too because I'm like, oh no, I can't get back up.
Oh no! Wait. Oh no! Oh.
Did he get killed or did he?
Because I'm like,
I think he falled. I honestly I saw him and then I walked.
That's why the music here was perfect, because I'm like, this is I'm partially busted moment, but not fully busted.
I didn't touch him at all.
Cause I'm like, I'm a bit stuttered right now in this scenario, where like, I gotta come up with an alibi as I go.
I will.
And I automatically was not denying it. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll take it. I ain't gonna fight with it. I will take the sus L. I'll take it.
Alright, it does seem a little bit sus, but I promise you, I did not touch
My promise. It was alive!
him. I just seen him there. as I was walking by, and then I bumped into I think another me.
You gotta admit though, the way that kill went, while the beginning was beautiful, that ending really messed up. But thankfully, we still were alive to see the day.
I don't know who the other me was. So
And I like how there's a silence moment here, because I figured there was gonna be some reply to the contents of what I said. So that's why, in this scenario, I'm like, I'm not saying I deserve a green card. I definitely agree that I am a suspect in this scenario. And that kind of jazz.
I'm not ruling out the fact that I'm innocent.
That's what I was trying to go for.
I'm not ruling that out. I'm not ruling that out. All right.
Because I'm like, I'm not ruling out the fact that I'm innocent. Okay, I'm not 100% vouching on that. All right. But I'm not saying I'm the murderer either. Okay.
I'm not ruling out the fact that I'm innocent. That's not the outcome right there. I'm going with.
There was just a little laughter in that. Like, what you're saying, man, you're just saying to be saying. I'm trying to not make myself look too bad as it already is.
So supposedly he's the only one that's dead. I
Yeah.
guess. Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Right then.
There were certain maps, or not certain maps, certain portions of the maps where it was just so dark. Don't know if it was because it was a lighting issue or something like that, but yeah.
Well, at least that's one less person we gotta worry about.
True fact.
Yeah.
I don't care if I roast him. True fact.
I wouldn't want to worry about
I
it.
don't
Kinda
care if I
cool.
roast, man. It's worth it every time.
Yeah. It is.
Don't I know? Don't I know, Past Jeopardy? Don't I know?
Get good. Get good.
Hey, that scenario. You needed to improve it. I even said, you didn't listen. That's on you, man. That's on you. Get good.
Get good.
Oh my goodness
Oh,
gracious.
man. The only thing is I can't really rule out the fact like if he fell down now
Again, I'm latching on to this because he didn't make it sound like that.
because the fact that he said like top,
Yeah.
it didn't sound like he was sounding like he fall though. That's the thing, you know. Like,
And I legit said before his death, saying, if you fall off the map, go creative. Make some assumption that tags on the fact that you were falling off the map.
Yeah.
can't-
It sounded like
Hey man, I play my moments right. That's all I gotta say.
someone killed him.
or punched him, but like
And I may or may not have leaked the scenario that happened, but again, try to throw out those accusations so my crew can acknowledge that
I said,
for future references.
it was not me.
Yeah.
I didn't do it. I walked on by. I can't remember if I saw anyone else besides my other scandal.
And again, like I said, because I didn't confirm that sin face to face, I was still claiming the vouch under that concept, saying I just seen the JPD skin. Could not, like I said, even if it was done vocally. Sometimes with the vocally, I may not fully acknowledge that in my head. It's how I am. I'd rather see it, to know it, to believe it, to acknowledge it, than hear it. Because with hear it, it's like in my ear, somewhat processed in my head. It's like fade. Until my mind really works in that concept on understanding what the scenario was and that kind of thing, or gets help with that info. Like say if Scout was saying, yeah, me Scout, I was in this kind of like that, then my mind would process that more. That kind of the same scenario within the mistake I did in the last vertical where I made the boo boo the first round where Scout was the murderer, not Ken. Again, I still am annoyed about that, but again, it's trial and error for me. I'm trying to work on trying to improve things, trying to get my crew to adapt under my understandings, and trying to latch on to be sure I hear intel correctly. I'll tell you one thing, the music I choose, it just, it's perfect.
I didn't see anything happen. I was by
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
You were right. I was
Mm,
to say,
wait,
I know
maybe.
I saw the GPD skin. They were near like the green tarp kind of spot. So
And Great Top Spot, that's because with this being a unfinished building territory, some like of the structure is covered up like these big, large tarps. That's why I said that, because that's what that green little doodad is. It's like a tarp, covers up materials and stuff. So like there's red ones, which in real life, yeah, you technically want to be able to walk through, but since it's Minecraft, that's different. I think there were some blue ones. Don't hold me to it, but that was what I said about the whole tarp thing.
I don't know.
Because building 1 was the only main building that had office cubicles and stuff like that. So,
Besides Keen being dead, what's anybody's position
and I legit want to hear everyone's accusations.
or not? I cannot say the word.
Why is there another me?
Positions on who they think
Accusations would have been a better word for me to say. Not, I don't know what I was trying to say that started with P.
there's a murder. I cannot say that word right.
Pursuement, personas, something like that.
Oh my lord.
A little stroker for me.
I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of people, so I've only
honestly,
seen JP and then Daisy.
Well, Scout, I know you were trying to throw out Daisy, but this was also like, even though with the last video, still that same session, she was new to this, and even if she was the murderer, which that last video proves the scenario of what happened, it would have been a shocking surprise out of that. I would have been really shocked with the scenario, but side point.
I could see where me coming.
That's why I was latching more to me, because like I could see me because I know this game. I've watched so many videos from the Blocksmith crew of this game. I've always wanted to do this as my own content. So, I'll vouch 100%. I'll vouch that completely. But
I can see that. But honestly, I'm not for sure. And with Daisy though, that'd be a shocking surprise.
exactly, like I'd be impressed.
No offense.
And again, let's not try to be offensive. I would have been really shocked though if that scenario did happen.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know you're new to this. It's a learning curve.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my fingers cold.
Ah, there we go.
I think we should do this.
Yeah, I think we need to do.
I'm dying.
So I would give Ken this. While this was a little bit of a tank mat strat, it was more genius than when the fact that he closed that door. So yeah. Alrighty. Alright, well, uh, I apologize about that. That was what we call a unannounced uh interruption, and I seriously did not expect that was gonna happen, but I should have took it in consideration. But hey, either way, that has been dealt with. So yeah. Anyway, for those that did enjoy that little break, hope you enjoyed it. Again, I apologize about that, but yeah, let's get back into this, shall we?
I hear someone
Leave me alone.
But I like the fact as well, like he shuts the door, and man, oh man, I like I said, that while it was a bit tank man. I'm not gonna fully vouch this moment being a take man moment, but I'm gonna vouch this as, oh my lord, a well played deal, because I'm legit like, okay, I'm buried chasing, but when the fact that he said, "Leave me alone," I'm like, great, it's been announced, I gotta,
I hear
Where are you dying?
because I'm like, okay, well, you're dying,
Hey,
someone
but like that distance, he got a good distance away from me, man. So kudos to Ken. He done a good play. While it's still take Matt, it's still a take Matt deal here. Instead of the fact that he could have defend himself, he legit take Matt. But like I said, I'm not gonna fully 100% claim this as a take Matt move, because the fact that he got me with the door, that's where I was really like, I kudos to my man. But the fact though he freaking tank matted it instead of fighting back, like, if you're being attacked, you can legit fight back and defend your honor and not have to do a tank mat. And there, like I said, there's a whole concept to the whole tank mat thing. Again, you would have to go to the right community to do the concept of understanding that concept, because like I said, there is a legit reason where the concept of the tank mat comes into play. There really is. But like, I will admit, from this point on, like the tank mat thing, yeah, this is where like a bit annoyed. But with that door, like I said, it makes up for it. I can't be too mad on this scenario, even though this really messed with me real bad on this.
where are you dying?
I got really screwed on this scenario. And I'm like, okay, I'm busted. I need to get out of my own skin. Which a lot of moments at the time in this round, I think I was attacking in my skin. Not great on my behalf, but I only did as well because, like I said, that latching and that concept could have been latched to someone else, which that someone else was really, really, really. Nah, it ain't me.
Okay.
But yeah.
Oh, I heard someone beating someone. So
Leave me alone.
I don't know
Like the fact he's just like, leave me alone.
Just
where it
baby.
was. I don't know where it was at, but I just heard it.
You just said bottom.
Easy escape.
It was bottom floor. Bottom floor. You got away.
Oh hey. Move, other me.
I love the music choice.
I'm out of there.
So you kind.
And I kind of was being very cautious proceeding out of this room. But I had changed my idea, which actually it was not King. I actually went with Karen. I'm sorry, I had to, because King was dead. I can't use that alibi. Couldn't use him. And one of the things I don't have prepared, I need to prepare more in the future, is having some sort of random skin, which I'm gonna have to come up with vaguely amounts unless someone else has this exact skin. But the thing is, in this scenario, I need to come up with that scenario, that way nobody can latch it's me in that scenario. Again, side thing, again, if we were Bedrock, options would be great. We're not. So options are kind of slim. You do it yourself scenario.
have a suspicions on who the murderer is. Ooh.
And I'm like, after Ken realized the fact that he was getting attacked, in that scenario, he could have latched on to who he believed it was, which I don't know in the scenario if he did latch it was me. I think he was saying like it was someone in my skin, and I'm like, oh, they're trying to frame me kind of scenario.
Me? Oh my lord, I am getting framed.
Oh yeah, he was framing me. He was saying me, and I'm like, nope, I'm taking it as a frame up I'm taking it as a frame up. It ain't me.
Named.
And everyone laughed onto that. Like, yeah, sure, whatever.
think I have a suspicion.
And Daisy's like, I think I have a suspicion.
I'm getting framed.
And I'm like, I'm getting framed, man.
Yeah.
There's another me.
What, really?
That's because I'm you.
Someone's using skins to their advantage.
That's the whole outcome, Daisy. You can do this. That's the play. Even if you're innocent, if you're changing kids just to throw out some spanners, that's the beauty about changing skins. Even as a murderer, it's a great play to do this because it really helps you in your concept. She does it as of now, but hey, I'm gonna be sure I get that intel taken care of. Next session.
Welcome to.
Plus, she didn't announce it in this one, but the next one we need to talk about.
You can. I was gonna say, even if you're not a murderer innocent, you can still change skins to stitch up people. All right.
I know
Yeah.
I can. I just.
I know you
That's
don't know how to.
fine.
You don't know how to do it.
Okay, now, well, I admitted to her on her behalf because she was new to this, but still, point is, I'm gonna get that intel taken care of.
So that kind of rules out Daisy,
Yeah.
but that's beside the point.
Yeah. I didn't know how to do it at first, but I figured it out.
Yeah, I need to.
figured it
I
out.
need to put that little info on how to do it. It's not too complicated.
Probably after I'm ever done with doing this streaming, I might deal with it for next session.
But beside the
Yeah. Yeah, it's not that complicated.
Okay, so look, the only person right now that supposedly got attacked is Ken, which means he's gonna be having his back watched because
And what I mean by that is if the murderer in this scenario was trying to attack Ken, Ken needs to keep his back. He's gotta keep his keep a distance or stay alert. There we go. He needs to stay alert of the surroundings of the scenario because the murderer will not rest till he is dead. Because the fact that 1, he gave the murderer a slip. 2, he was doing the take match strat, which again with the slip, I like that. It's great. The take mat, not ideal. Technically you do it, but man, that's just being like you just being like a you know what? I'm not gonna go that way because I don't want to be that kind of person being rude. But I think if you know where I'm going, where I'm not wanting to go that way, I think you understand where I'm going with that scenario of the conversation. Having that being said, let's continue on. And now, no offense as well. I again don't want to be offensive, trying to go in that conversation, but at the same time, I didn't want to be that man. I didn't want to bring that. I didn't want to be that person to bring it up that way.
the murder attempted and did not succeed, they are not gonna rest until
Again, while it's me, I'm legit throwing out all the whole tactics in these scenarios of what could happen. Some murderers may not play by that concept, but if they know that they are in serious clutch scenarios with one person that can legit identify in that scenario, yeah.
they finish the job. So,
These are also tactics that we really great as well to be used within Murder Mystery 2.
interesting.
And again, I like how every time I would bring up great scenarios, but no one would speak. They would just be like silent. And part of that concept with me tagging on to that is so that way there's no silence. There at least is some form of interactable commentary right there.
Interesting.
Like again, still silent. Like there was no think sound effects, nothing. Just silent.
Are we doing in 45 seconds?
And that's legit my accusation. I'm like, are we legit doing a moment's silence and it was not announced?
Silence without being announced.
No.
That's why I had to do something to get people to at least get their vocals ready. Part of the concept of me recording these is I don't want to have too much silent unless there's a fake death in that scenario, whatnot. But yeah,
I think we're all just concentrating, 3D.
Okay, fair enough.
and I'm like, okay, yeah, fair enough, but at least like some form of information under that scenario would have been nice. So that way I know that, okay, something at least is going on, something is at least trying to be processed by somebody in that kind of scenario.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Because I'm still trying to learn.
And in Daisy's defense, I also give it that concept too.
Understand. I was gonna say it is real. It's a real fun concept. It is a lot of.
We easily go change skins. I
Yeah.
think I changed back to mine
can't
because
think
I'm
of
like, okay, I think being in Karen's skin, I think it's enough. Ghost is clear enough that I can change back to my skin.
Words right now in my head, but
I think.
you get the idea.
Is it my skin?
Yeah.
Or is it King's skin?
I'll
Oh, wait. Dead Man. Dead Man skin.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I don't know.
Uh-oh. Is that a fake king or the other king?
So, give kudos to Daisy. The fact that she was trying to see is that a real king or fake king. Kudos to Daisy in pointing that out. That's a good thing to kind of figure out because then that latches on to everyone else being like, yeah, that could be a real king, that could be a fake king. But that also would rule out the fact if no one else has seen an extra skin roaming around, if no one else has seen an extra skin, then that kind of does rule out the fact that's a fake king. The thing is, even though that rules out as a fake king, that would just basically, hey, just say that one of the people that's alive within this round is in fake skin or fake king skin. Focus, that didn't come out right. However, there's a scenario in this concept that breaks this formality.
It looks like there's more than one king.
There's more.
There were two. But Scout. Let me ask you a question. Even if you're tagging with me right now live, let me ask you a question. How would bro know there are two king skins if the real Scouts in his own skin was there at the scenery? That right there, my friend, instantly kind of points fingers towards, oh, you're one of the fake king skins. Again, you don't learn from my man King because he don't take the consideration of big brain moment thought in his head. No offense to my man. I know he's not here right now present within this session being live, but don't take that in consideration because anybody, which Daisy's like one of those people that takes that consultant in intel, she can automatically realize that, oh, you're one of the fake skins. But my man, with this scenario, you make this scenario look 10 times worse.
Than one king. Oh man.
And while I may have said that there was more than one king, that's because you were also mentioning the fact that me being in king's skin, you being a king's skin, to me saying that scenario doesn't vouch that I'm a king. But that makes me tag onto the scenario that, oh, you guys are saying that there are more than one king. But for some reason,
So now I'm confused.
There's another
King's in that, or not King, Karen's in that same scenario. Daisy's confused. That's the beauty about having more than one king is you can throw some spanners. It was a great spanner moment, but
Man.
and I'm just like, oh man, this sounds spicy. This sounds really good, spicy in my ears because while Daisy may not know how to change skins, Ken I don't think knows how to change skins either. Karen does. You do. I do. But for some reason,
You're trying to be king when king's already dead.
I don't know if I took this context out of consult But and for some reason I'm like, are you were implying that I was in a king's skin, which is why I tried to fight back with being like,
Yeah.
Who says it's me?
that's what I'm trying to say. Like, who says it's me? Like, why you throwing me? Well, yes, I have a skin. Karen would have had her skin. I'm like, and you were technically in his skin too, but you're trying to throw me into that bus. Like,
king though. That's the thing.
like with the whole outcome, okay? So like you mentioned there was more, more than one king. You being in that king's skin, that's throwing you under the concept. Me, I'm tagging on to that conversation because me, if even though I was in the second king, that's still not 100% vouching that I was the second king. That's me vouching on to your context to the original scenario in that's case. Or not case, but scenario of scenery. So that was just me tagging on. Same thing with Karen. She was just tagging on. So even within this scenario, that doesn't vouch that I am that second king. And the same thing with Karen. Like that would not vouch it. Now, and yes, in this scenario, yes, it was me, but in this time frame, that scenario should not have proved or vouched or had any suspicions whatsoever of me vouching that I was in a king's skin. Now, in your case of how you started, yeah, you instantly was throwing yourself under that concept of, yeah, you were definitely that second, or not second, but technically first king skin, because the fact that in that frame, now in that frame moment, you may have been, I honestly don't think you were, but I'm just saying this as context. If you were there present in your own skin, and there were still two king skins and Daisy there, automatically could easily vouch that you were not one of the king's skins. But because in that case scenario, you were not present in your own skin at the scene, that's why I'm saying you automatically threw out the concept you were king's skin. And I think this scenario happened in the in one of the rounds we were talking about before when in Vertigo. I don't know if it happened in the minor text manner. I don't know if it did or not. Oh, it did. It 100% did, and we did talk about this. But again, we haven't got that far. I'm just talking about right now with how these videos went and the things that went the way they should not have been, things that need to be improved on, things that take in consideration. Again, that's just how these streams have been.
Could be you, Scout, for all we know.
Exactly. Why are you throwing me under this one? Unless you have something to hide.
All I gotta say is it's not me.
That's what they all say.
That's what they all say.
Oh my lord.
That's just for you, Scout.
Ooh.
That's what they all say.
I know these videos aren't that very old, but it's still amazing the fact that I am lingering with my mind on most of my context. Oh, the fact you can hear my controller where I'm like trying to get my character to run. Oh, so in this concept, I actually was trying to hit Daisy off, trying to kill her, but she was going quick. Oh, what the heck? Just thankfully they're on my videos, but I didn't realize you could do that. Noted. But she went by so quick, she passed me, and I don't think she realized that I was trying to swing at her. I don't think she realized that. And I'm like, I missed my opportunity there.
I love how
Oh yeah, I'm admiring the old 4J Studios resource packs.
some of the paintings have like the cartoon styles. Like there's the one with the radio.
Yeah.
4J Studios, like I said, you all know how to make your resource packs. Also, I will say in this round, I was trying to keep one person alive towards the end. Again, there's a context to it.
Man, 4J Studios, they knew how to make their resource packs back in the day.
Did we incline a moment of silence I feel like we did.
Alright, murder's struggling. Murderer is definitely struggling.
I was.
Yeah.
Mind you, with me, I'm trying to play my cards just right. I'm not trying to ramble or nothing because obviously I want to win.
Shall we do another 45 seconds of silence?
But it doesn't help when that controversy applies to the innocents in some form or way.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
45
Okay.
seconds of silence starts now.
In certain maps, the moment of silence isn't that great because of how the maps are. So like vertical right here, this is another good like say like we could do a moment of silence, but there's no guarantee that anything's gonna happen with because of how this map is done and stuff. Plus, I feel like every time the moments I would call for the silence, even if I'm like innocent or murder, the positioning I always am at, never the good positioning ever to call a moment of silence. But I think my only reason why I would do this is because I have to stand still to go to the stopwatch to do it. I'm afraid if I get ready to be like, oh, I'm going to call a moment of silence, I'm going to get instantly stabbed in the back, which in this scenario, this happened the first White Pumpkin Murder Mystery. But that was me opening my inventory trying to move King's stupid arrow that he dropped. So I think it's a false sense of security for me that every time I do that. But I do feel like I was trying to kill somebody in the moment of silence. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Oh, I was
Alrighty.
trying to play my moments, but yeah, it just didn't work.
45 seconds of silence has commenced. I'm gonna skip King because we already know he's dead.
Plus, it was great anyway because then my broski could not take over the roll call since I'm the one handling this. So that's what you get.
Yeah.
Karen, are you alive?
Yes.
Daisy, are you alive?
Yes.
Scout, are you alive?
Yes.
Ken, are you alive?
Yeah, doodle.
So which means, besides King, no one else has died.
Fantastic.
Okay. Alrighty, Murder is definitely struggling.
Feeling
Believe me, even with a moment of silence, it's nice, but it's not nice when there's no one around to make the move. But and even if there is someone around, there's always someone else with that person. Like the spreading out was another major issue,
I have a feeling the weather is playing super safe.
and which I am because I wanted to win. Plus, save you for last for someone else.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I know. But that concept, that noise can also mean that I like the fact that that is the case, but of which how much time has went on by that no one else has died. That's what was so sad. I mean, long rounds, not a big deal. That's fine. Say a murderer, has it managed to make a kill within 5, 10, 15 minutes. That's okay. But if you're over that minute frame, then something ain't right here. You're really having a hard time trying to chop off the witnesses scenario kind of jazz, that kind of jazz. And I feel like this was one of those things. Actually, correction, make that 5 to 10 minutes, not 5, 10 to 15, because if you're like within 15, something ain't right. Side the point, but yeah.
Because there's like 5 people left. It's like.
Well, that and as well, the murder's gotta play their cards just right because, like, if there's a group together, it makes it so.
And this is why I'm trying to say this. I'm like, if you're all sticking together, like 1 to 2, there is no way a murderer is gonna try to make a move. in that comp set because maybe they'll get one, but they won't get the other. And that's like, yeah.
So hard for the murderer to make a move.
Again, this was a scenario that happened in the second White Pumpkin Mansion video. That was the scenario we were having issues with. And that's how come, even though I was the murderer, I didn't make a move because I didn't want to go out Rambo. I actually wanted to win. When you're in groups, you're making the murderer's job so hard that you're going to be in this session for who knows how long until you finally decide to give grace to actually let the murderer lure out themselves to make a kill. Because sticking together, you ain't going to get nowhere with a murder in action that witness the action to actually kill somebody. There's no way they're going to do it with a group together. Now, like, say one person's in this room, 2 people are in the other room, the murderer tries to attack, there's that possibility chance you can rush into that room to get in there. If the murderer is not that very smart to realize that, oh, maybe there's some witnesses nearby. That's part of the gag. Now, yes, I may be one of those people that is smart to take that into consideration. So, really, if you want to step it up, there's another way you can do it. I ain't going to explain. But I think if you really take into consideration and the thought process, if you're in this scenario, I think you can really lure in some tactical strats here. Anyway.
And, well, Rambo is an option. No, the odds of that being successful are highly
slim. Slim indeed.
So they're trying to play their moments right, which, hey, I like that.
Like I said, I like when a murderer actually plans out their tactics. That means that they are going for the win. But if you're a murderer just to be killing, you got like a good 35% chance of success rate, but like the rest of that percentage is like, yeah, probably not.
That's what we call a smart play in game. Not great on the timing, but it's still smart on the play.
Yeah.
Which means they're out for blood.
Forgot about that. I forgot about that. Good me. I think this whole entire time, I was trying to find Ken so I could kill him. So that way I could feel good about my failed first attempt. I could be wrong. Which, actually, we need to talk a little bit more about that.
There's not much commentary going on.
Yeah, this was really where silence. I need to put in something here. Something needs to happen.
So humming is my comment.
And not all times will I do humming, alright? I like to get my enthusiasm from my crew to interact. That's what makes this more interesting. But when it's really silent, it's like this is awkward scenario. I'm gonna take these off just a bit.
Look, no one's died. I'm trying to amuse myself.
I think we're good. Yeah, we're good.
Oh Lord.
Also, just for interesting context, most of the music you hear in this video is music that is from the Phoenix's Murder Mystery 2 video concept. So, just a little interesting fact. I'm trying to remember where we get our action again. I think it's here.
I'm just coding, obviously.
Yeah, so if you watch the last vertical murder mystery, in one of the rounds, there was a gag brought up of the coding thing, which King, like I said, really butchered that. This round is actually where it started, which was it was funny. It was a funny gag.
If you couldn't tell.
What kind of coding? Java?
I'm a nerd, okay? Leave me alone.
I have 2 people watching me.
While coding's not my forte, at least I know somewhat about it. Well, not much Java, a little bit of Python, a little bit of Roblox Lura, oh feel like there's another type of coding I've kind of dive into. Arduino. I forgot what Arduino's is, but yeah, that might be it.
Wait.
He's coding something. I don't know what he's coding at though.
Coding the script to figure out detective who the murderer is.
Yup.
That was the joke. It was funny. It was a funny joke.
Funny.
And King tried to attempt the foreshadowing word here.
Oh, it kind of crashed. Yeah,
Oh.
I'm leaving that.
That's job for you. I know that feeling.
Oh.
Wait, what just happened?
I don't know why my mind didn't consult those words that the topic was still on like the chopping block. The words how I'm describing this, forgive me, but it's just how I'm presenting this. That we were still talking about that conversation and his little project crashed with his code and that kind of scenario. I don't know why I didn't take it into consideration. I'm sorry.
Nothing.
I don't know if my mind was more focusing on murdering or what. I try to do the best I can between like as a murderer but still acting as an innocent kind of scenario. But yeah.
At all.
It's like we're nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. I can't say the other portion to the lines on that, but we'll say
Like wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
I can't say the actual in context to that, but yeah.
my goodness gracious.
I will admit, even though this was a long round, at least there was some form of commentary. You can't go wrong there. You just can't.
This is the hard one.
And me saying that being legit true. As of now, yes. Again, I really was not expecting that interruption that happened a while ago. Sorry about that.
I'm gonna get away from the crowd. So I see a little crowd.
I know. I've been. Okay, so the thing is, I've
There you go. There answer your question, Cal.
been by myself, and every time I'm bumping into somebody, it ends up being like a bundle together.
Yeah. I try to avoid staying away from the crowds. 'cause
Hey, you do better than King. King
And this is so true. So true. So true indeed.
likes to stick with someone.
Yeah.
I wondered about this whole entire time while he is dead within us and he's spectating.
He probably wasn't, but if he was, man, I hope he was taking notes.
He's taking notes.
Yeah.
Take notes. Take notes.
Don't take notes, man.
King, don't take notes.
Unless he's AFK then.
Oh, yeah, that's a possibility. Ah!
I did that to myself just for context, and yeah, that's me just being like, yeah, okay.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Yo,
good.
he just okay.
I just took a little fall down.
Me trying to explain the scenario, but Scout still overlapping under something. I'm like, I'm fine. I just took a little bit of commitment, fall damage. That was it.
Speaking of breaks is, I saw them fall and then JP streamed this.
That was the next / last recording. Which that one has a whole lot more annoying context too.
Yeah.
And I'll be lying. I'm not gonna lie. So in the last Vertigo Murder Mystery, when King was using the cubicle as his skin changing area, this was my room. Because I'm like, nobody's gonna come inside this little cafeteria room. Most times besides Karen, but still. This was my area. I would change my skins because I'm like, this is perfect. Nobody's gonna come in this room with that kind of chance. This was my room. It's a lot more better than cubicles, man. Cubicles, not physically private, not a door, you know. And I was going to change skins, but Karen was in here. And I'm like, okay, I gotta leave. I can't do it with her being right in front of me because there's a witness. I'm gonna let Karen decide if that one's okay or not. I think it is, but I can't 100% vouch for this.
I'm not gonna lie, I may have been one of the king skins.
And I will admit, I did admit I was a king skin,
because I
but
just,
this was me admitting
stupid skin,
when I
not
was
promoting
changing.
them. But yeah.
You know what?
Hey, look, man. Sometimes you gotta have fun.
If that was not
Sometimes
supposed
you
to be the
gotta have
case, I'll let you fix it.
Yeah.
Yo, 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 yo. Was a little bit insane with the commentary, okay? I was insane mode with commentary. I don't know the full lyrics of the song, but like, yeah. And plus, I didn't want to sing it. It's just, yeah.
I'm an entertaining fox. I like to have fun. I got a little mad with my commentary, but I can't help it.
True. I was legit kind of going insane. Like, I want to do something. I want to do something, but I can't do anything. Also, by the way, for the context, a little while back when we were talking about King's death, this scenario right here, if he was standing on this and someone shot him off, would have been a great scenario of him doing the fall damage kind of thing. Beside the point.
Want to be here?
Oh, the KV rain comes up where like this, like that sound effect Karen made. It sounded like the cat meow, meow, meow. That's why I went that way. I don't know why I went KV on that vibe. Like I'm sorry.
Meh.
Mine was not as great as yours, I will admit, but still. I tried. I wanted to latch into it, you know. I just wanted to latch in, have fun with it, but I kind of failed at it.
I know. I am the equipment at the
Red bird. I love the red bird. The bird is the bird's the word.
I cannot help it.
Bird's the word. But the. Oh my
The
goodness.
Melvin's definitely struggling.
That would have almost ended me.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I almost ended myself there.
Okay. Ooh. I almost killed myself. But it's fine. I'm good.
I think when I seen Ken, I was really trying to scope him out to get ready from my comeback. I think that's what happened here. Karen?
It's actually kind of how this feels right now.
Yes. Yes. This was my comeback right here. This was my comeback. But once again, there was a freaking flaw to this comeback. And I will admit, the flaw is not to the man who I'm butchering, but to someone else. He was AFK, but look, man, I took it. I had to take it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And there was a big issue where killing somebody still took a long time. It was not like he was insane, but it still took a long time to kill somebody.
Alright. Oh, you're dying.
And I am gonna resolve this, okay? I am gonna resolve this.
You're dying. Wait, where?
And I had to latch on because of that. Oh, there was actually two. There were two. Okay, well the point is, let's proceed on with this. He's dead.
Oh.
And after I witnessed that there was another witness, I was about to kill him.
I witnessed it.
Okay, Scout. Alrighty, shush. Don't even know what it was, but shush. Scout. The words you said right there, where you said, I witnessed it. Right there. Them words were the words that were a beautiful play.
It's
But you spit at him with admitting who done the kill. Even though in that scenario it could have been still somebody in somebody's skin. Still, you spit at him with admitting on who done the kill. Instead of admitting saying like, I seen it. You could have said on what room it was in, which in this case was the elevator. You spit on it. You spit on it,
Can't
man.
say that.
You spit on it.
You can't say it.
Bro.
And that's where I was legit coming. I was gonna come and continue to kill you for that, man.
Uh.
But it failed because there's Carrot and Daisy was below.
I would.
I was like at the all out, like, okay.
You witnessed it. That's all you.
Plus, as well, the fact as well that you a minute that you witnessed me killing her, you could have attacked me and defend Daisy, but instead you were just trying to back away from me, like, because I was trying to kill you, and that concept, you basically just legit let me get away with that, man. Even though you similarly admitted it was me, which again you weren't supposed to do that portion right there. That's where you were naughty. Now you could have kept that intel for yourself. That would have been fine, because then you would have known instantly, like, on like, was it actually me in me? But like, yeah. Bro, you that's where you're tank matting, man. But like that concept right there. That's why this murder mystery has a PvE concept to it. That's one of the criteria you need to kind of take in consideration. So like, again, where you mentioned you seen it, that's where you had yourself the kudos. But you messed up by mentioning on who done it. Where you instead you could have said where it was done. That's where you could have saved yourself. You could have done a lot better, saved yourself there, and that kind of jazz.
That's all you had to say.
But because of that concept, you instantly just let me get away with that. True, you ratted me out. That was the no-no right there. But the fact that you just let me get away with that, I instantly walked away. Now, Karen, while she was there, I don't believe the concept she witnessed me trying to attack you. So that's how come she couldn't do anything. And I think the same thing with Daisy. Well, actually with Daisy, I feel like I think, witnessed me attempting to kill Ken. Now, I can't 100% vouch with Daisy if she watched me kill Ken. If that was the case, then she could have also had the opportunity to kill me. But because, like I said, you not wanting to go ahead trying to kill me, instantly letting me get away, which means you would lose view sight of me, meaning you cannot attack me until I go in action again. Again, that you did that on yourself, man. You could have taken the opportunity to defend Daisy. Therefore, possibility ending that game. But I'm just saying, man, that's on you, you know. But yeah.
Get him. You better get him if it was a Japanese skin.
I almost did kill myself in this because I'm like trying to leg it because I'm like, two people in there. Well, definitely for sure, two people in there definitely busted me. Only one person can't 100% bust me, even though they can take their opinion if they want to believe the fact that I was called out or not in that scenario. But yeah, I was like, that scenario, I was like, I'm legging it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
You
legging
better
it.
get him unless you.
And I'm like, you better get him because, like, if you lost sight, you can't do anything. That's where I was like, yeah.
Lost sight.
And I really was panicking. I'm like panicking. I'm like, I'm getting away with this. Even though I was called out, I'm still getting away with this.
Oh man, whoever was in the Japanese skin.
And so in that scenario, even though it was ratted out being like in my skin, I was trying to latch on to be like, oh, it could have been someone else. But honestly, that portion right there could instantly be marked off because the fact that I believe everybody, even the person that admitted it was me, were all in that room. So instantly, I could have instantly been marked off, especially with Daisy, the fact that she didn't know how to change skins. But I don't know what happened, man. I don't know how that in that scenario and how I still managed to carry on with it, but it happened.
And they got lucky.
Like in that scenario, if you have your suspicions, you know who the murderer is. You can latch onto that person as much as you want. True, it builds up a sus concept to you, but it helps not to build up that sus concept if you have good, valuable evidence that you can 100% vouch and claim on that scenario. So, like, for the context, if you say, like, oh, I seen a GPD skin in that scenario where they were butchering Ken because he was the one that was yelling out the fact he was dying, that scenario right there, that's not bad. Plus, with that concept, like that scenario, I could have easily like defended, like, no, I was not there. I was not there at all. Yes, I would be a real terrible liar right there. But that's also me trying to legit still keep on going without being 100% busted. And also another thing as well, where in that scenario where like say Scout, how like Scout, he admitted he saw the murder happening. If Daisy admitted it too, okay, that's two people. If Karen also had admitted the butcher as well, then instantly I will tell you straight away, right off the bat, that I would have been busted regardless. Because the fact that if you guys confirm King's death, which obviously that death I believe was definitely confirmed, and obviously confirming Kin's death because the fact that I butchered Kin, but right there, that would have instantly put me in the busted moment, which then you all would instantly know it's me. The fact though, you still cannot attack me unless there's one person left. So if it's one person between like one incident, one murder, then yes, it can be model a model. But if it's like still whatever the amount of innocence and murder, even though they instantly, automatically figured out it was me 100%, like automatically visually witnessing me murder that person, then like I said, you automatically know it's me, all that kind of jazz. The only outcome of that concept is to watch your back, stay a good distance away from me, because obviously with me, I would basically be trying to pull all the stops in motion to try to kill you guys to claim back the victory. But in that scenario, if that was the case, then that would have been a beautiful moment. But like I said, only one person a minute they saw the death. Daisy didn't say nothing, which again, I feel like she was a witness, but again, she was new to this. She didn't know. So I'm giving her grace for that. But like I said, this is why I'm doing these streams to kind of explain these tactical plays you can do in the future. Karen was definitely late to the concept of this. Now, like I said, and granted, if, like I said, she witnessed me trying to kill Scout, who was ratting me out, then, like I said, an all-out scenario right there would have instantly been a busted moment. Again, that's if she had admitted that she had watched me attempt. Now, even though in that scenario, if I was trying to attempt to kill Scout, I could still deny it, be like, "Oh, I'm faking it. I'm joking." Like, doing just like swinging my sword just to be swinging my sword. But if Scout died and he was dead, then yes, the two ladies right there can definitely, again with ladies, Daisy and Kara, can instantly vouch that they witnessed it, automatically busted me. And if I got away, I still would have been busted regardless. But if I got away, still would have had an opportunity to pull all the stops to get this win back. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh
They got lucky.
We have a murderer on the loose.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of verified that to begin with.
So I instantly go back to my same room. I was about to change skins, but I'm like, okay, I gotta close this door. But I'm like, yeah, the murderer got lucky because again, Scout didn't want to fight back. Daisy, like I said, did admit it. So like, that scenario and that kind of jazz, that was said. Karen couldn't do nothing because she didn't witness it. She may have heard people say things, but like with things being said, you cannot 100% claim it unless you see it. So.
But at least someone died, so I mean, at least that they are active. You gotta take that for granted.
yeah.
Hey, I was.
Finally.
It's not just King by himself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, King finally had a ghostly friend. Finally.
He's got a ghostly friend. enjoy the spirits within. I can't help it. I love it. Okay.
I have fun with that.
Perfect on the commentary. So
I just realized murder could have changed skins also.
yeah,
That's what I was louching. That's why I was saying, don't always admit saying, "Oh, it's JPD." It is ideal to mention, like, you could, if you really don't want to point to a specific person, which is ideal not to do, but in that scenario, saying like it was someone in JPD's skin. That's not. That would be like that's basically mean. Oh, it's actually JPD, or it was somebody in JPD's skin. But it's kind of ideal to have a little bit of fun, just like sarcastically or detectively describing uh like saying, like someone's skin. So like say, like you could say like, oh, it was a certain fox skin. Still pointing at me, but that doesn't mean like exactly like me. Like someone could be in another fox skin, like say Night Fox, for example. Or if I go with like say it was a certain red bird. Again, could be Phoenix. Which actually saying red, that does mean it's a red bird being Phoenix. But like you could also say like it's a certain bird skin. Again, not pointing exactly at Phoenix, though it could be another type of bird skin. That's just makes things a bit more fair, a lot more interesting in the concept than pointing straight at somebody. Because that's just not fair. Pointing straight at somebody is just like putting them on the spot. Even if they are the winners, still putting them on the spot.
so they could have been as me and frame me.
And I'm no lie, that is a great accusation. I just don't know why I didn't put that in clutch. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know why I did not. Because that's perfect. That was a good accusation right there. It was perfect. I don't know why I did not put it in the motion.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't think of that, man. I should have thought of that. See, that's what's amazing about changing skins is you can stitch somebody up.
Yeah.
And whoever the murder is, they're trying.
And if it, as again, I was trying to say, kind of really doing a good job at stitching me up, even though it's myself.
Trying to stitch me up, which they're doing somewhat of a good job.
I actually up the shape shifter in Among Us.
But the thing is, there's a concept we'll talk about
Yeah,
this.
but the thing is, the shit. Well, if it was a murder mystery, actually, with a murder mystery 2, it's definitely not ideal to change skin as another murder. And beside the point, I mean,
You can do it. It's just a stupid idea.
it can be done, but it's kind of a stupid move to make.
That's a murder mystery 2 thing.
Oh my lord.
Murder being your partner's murder skin. Believe me, it's been done before.
So out of everybody, only 2 people.
Oh, wait. This one's a fail.
Man.
So, I don't know how Daisy done this. She done good. She managed to go up a floor and get away from me. And I'm like, wow. If you go back to that recording, the next round was Daisy. Yeah, I know. And I was going to attack, but then I had another witness, and I'm like, okay, I need to be quiet, back away.
First builder.
Because I'm like panicking. I'm trying to run. I'm being very quiet,
I'm not even near the
which does make me look very, very, very sus. But when the contest, the contest, or the contest, whatever, controversy, there we go. When the controversy of Scout bringing up, oh, I'm not very there, or not there, or whatever. I was trying to latch onto that.
possibly trying to kill Daisy.
I think it was another attempt, but it was not a successful attempt.
Yeah.
Wait. We good? I noticed it too. I was looking at my phone, just paying attention to it, and I noticed that. Hopefully, we're not. How bad was the other sync? Was it that bad, or was it not that bad? few seconds. Okay. Well, as long as nothing looked like it felt like it got cut out, I think we'll be fine.
Man,
The murder had to run away.
I feel like the murderer's not having a good luck, man.
I was not. But it was just how this game went.
And I feel bad for
Yeah.
them, man.
Feel bad for myself.
A fail attempt.
Twice. Twice.
No.
Ugh!
Describing, so.
So that's the main
Yeah,
building.
This context right here, me saying what I said, would have really throw some suspanners at me, because the fact that I said where she was at, I had to correct myself as quick as I could. But because I went that way, that threw some sus to me. I don't know if anybody was latching onto this, but I did do this, and I realized that I'm like, oh crap, I just made a boo boo. I gotta correct it as fast as I can.
Main building could have been.
See, this is me like main building, and I was like, main building, I think is where you were in, but main building was where she was in. Again, when I realized I did that, I'm like, oh no, I need to recorrect myself before anybody latches onto that.
If it was like on a floor, maybe I think it was main building. Because like the main building has.
And after that, I'm like, okay, I think from this portion, I can easily just explain the situation of the buildings. Nothing's particular within my sentence line and all that. I think it will be fine from here.
It's like all the office cubicles and stuff. The second building doesn't really have any cubicles, but like it was.
2 of the 3 floors, I think, is on the second floor, or not second floor, but second building, and then building number 3 just has like one main floor and somewhat kind of some floors on like a second area or second level.
Attempted to be built, and then the third building was like
Again, this was basically a map of an unfinished construction business building type thing.
start.
Which, for fun fact for the contrast on this, the actual bottom floor does actually have a bit of decor on the main building. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. So that's hopefully that's helpful.
A little bit.
Okay.
Oh, see, I was about to commit it, but when I seen this Daisy, which Daisy does not have a custom skin, she has one of the vanilla Java ones. So I was about to claim back my comeback, but when I seen this, I'm like, okay, nope, can't do anything.
I know.
Almost did, but if I didn't see that skin, man, I would have really screwed myself on that one.
I can understand it's like it's about to fall, but like I can't stand my finger being cold. It's holding it.
My hands are falling asleep, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know how I was hoping to
I
get
know,
both
I
of these
feel
videos in
bad
one
for them,
stream?
but
I
at least
think
they're
that's not gonna happen
trying. They're
again.
trying, you know?
But hey, at least we're one more stream away. So I know I said I was gonna try to make this my last one. I lied. I was really hoping to, but well. Now. I think I'm about to ready to get my comeback here. Oh yes, I am.
Are you okay over there?
I think so.
It's like
I will admit with Daisy, she didn't realize the fact that pulling out tools helps out a lot more better. I do feel bad for that, but hey, I needed to do something in this scenario, and I took my moment.
Oh, I did kill it.
I think she was saying books. That's what I think she was saying, books. Bookshelves is the actual literature term. No offense, Stacy, but in some of the floors, I know this floor for certain because obviously this is what's legit physically right now in front of us. But this had like some weird corridor thing, and it was made with bookshelves. But yeah, But I will admit, still trying to kill people, it still took.
I hear
It still was an issue.
Fatality. Wait, she,
Wait.
she's dead. She's
Daisy-
dead.
Daisy's
She's dead. She's dead. The heavy's
Oh.
dead.
A joke.
That means there's 3 left.
Oh man, hey, I'll tell you this. I'm happy though the murderer is at least getting there, but man, it's still gonna be a
Yeah.
challenge.
Wait, so it could be Karen or JP. It's definitely not me.
And Karen's like, "What, you think it's me?" And I'm like, "I ain't thinking it's you, Karen." Because automatically, see, when Scout's like, when he knows, like, the way he's throwing his accusations, like, "Oh, it's definitely one of them. It's not me. I am 100% innocent, scot free." Dude, I hate to tell you this, that don't mean squat. That does not mean no squat in this scenario, because the only way your innocence is 100% guaranteed in the scenario. Like, if we go back, say the first White Pumpkin Mansion murder mystery video, the situation where Shane was the murderer and he butchered King, 3 of us were still together to automatically give each other green cards because we were with together in the concept of King's death. We can automatically vouch each other that we were innocent. Now, to Shane and Cookie, they couldn't technically vouch us innocent, even though Shane was the murderer. So Cookie still couldn't vouch us being innocent, or Shane, but even though she was latching on to Shane being the murderer. But in that scenario, even though you're saying you're innocent, dude, that doesn't mean diddly squat. The only way you can be vouched for certain that you are 100% guaranteed you are innocent is if you are with somebody. That person can vouch for you if you were eye to eye in the concept of someone's death. That's only like one person that can give you that free card to yourself. But to everyone else, that doesn't mean diddly squat. So, like, in that scenario, you're just like, "Oh, I am definitely innocent." Like, it's not, yeah, no, it doesn't work like that. Now, to me as a murderer, yeah, I knew instantly you were innocent. But like to Karen, like, she can't take 100% guarantee on that unless she was with you in someone's death. But like in that scenario, if you're with somebody, you can kind of automatically know like the green card. Like if you want to announce it, you can. That's your choice in scenario. But like sometimes it's not ideal to announce it. But yeah.
He suspected me because
I don't expect you. Why would I ever do such a thing?
I'm not
The
sure
thing,
about
the
that.
thing is, I haven't seen. Oh, speaking of which,
Well, the thing is,
video.
okay, I will tell you this though. With Karen last time in White Pumpkin, she did
First session. Yes, she was. She had the luck,
have a freaking reputation of being murderer,
and she done good.
I will tell you that.
Yeah.
But that was a smaller map, so I don't
It
know.
was a smaller map.
It
Yeah,
was.
that was a small map.
That is.
I'm
true,
really
though.
trying to speed things up because I'm looking at this and I don't know how much more
Get
time.
medium size, and plus you gotta worry about heights. Them heights,
Yeah.
they get you, man. They're gonna get you all.
Yeah.
I will admit, moments like this, the only person I've seen was Karen. Again, there's a reason why, and I'm waiting for us to get to this moment so we can talk about this moment because this moment was an issue. Do 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 do.
Now that's stuck in my head.
I can't help it. It's good. It's OG.
Okay, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. It's good. Bro.
It's good. I gotta stop, man.
So we have 3 remaining.
Mm-hmm.
If only if it wasn't copyrighted.
Murder's been a little
I enjoy it.
active now.
That is good. We like that. Makes it more interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. A very interesting indeed. So very interesting.
Who?
Ha. Cheeky. Squidward's cheeky land. My commentary was definitely going crazy. That's what happens when things go too long. Put tears of joy in my eye, I will admit. It does put tears of joy. So this whole entire deal, I really was freaking trying to find Scout. And oh my goodness gracious, the outcome of this is so... Wait. Hold on. Rewind. Okay, I just curious. I was just curious.
Oh. There we go.
Ah, wait. Ah,
Okay.
ah, yes. Ah, yes, that's right.
Just one shot. That was all I was gonna do.
There was a reason. There was a logical reason behind it.
Just one shot. That was all.
There was a logical reason behind
One
it.
shot. That was it.
Logical.
One is the loneliest number that you never.
I still don't know the full lyrics of this song. It's alright.
I don't even know if I done that lyrics right.
And honestly, I want to take my headphones off because the way I just pitched it. Like, I know the semi concepts of it. There was a reason why I was doing that as well.
Okay.
I think it was. Ah. Wow. Me, myself, my lord.
Out of everyone right now, I've only come across Karen.
Wait. Please tell me some lore. Please tell me some lore.
Same here. Same here.
No lore. Dang it. Ah! Ah!
I wasn't even holding out a sword.
And honestly, being real, legit, was not holding out a sword. Just punch. It's not like punches will do a big impact. I just punched like a love tap. It's a joke. Again, funny joke. But there's a limit to it. And he is legit aiming at the bow like, Stay back, Jack. Stay back.
Whoa. For protection, because I don't trust you.
I mean, I wouldn't blame you.
I
blame you
see
at all.
that. I see that.
The odds are not beautiful here. I understand. Odds are not satisfying.
Also not also not great. Also not great. Oh. I forgot about this. Oh, the bridge troll moment just. It's a great tune. I'm not gonna lie. I love this tune. I think after the end of this tune is where we get dicey. I think.
Frankfurt murders back on struggling streak again.
Yeah.
It ain't easy, but like I said, if they're playing their cards right, you know that's the thing. They're playing their cards right. Nobody said that trying to eliminate the witnesses
It's not
was an
easy. It is
job.
definitely not easy. But I'm hoping with these changes I got in mind, it
Oh
may
my goodness.
progress and make things a bit better. I'm hoping.
It's still getting cold.
Hmm. Oh. Oh yeah. Here we go. I'm legit. I'm doing this for a reason. It wasn't as like a funny joke, but I'm legit trying to do this for a specific reason.
I'm okay.
That was after I heard what I needed to hear. I'm like, okay, I get you now.
I was supposed to try to figure out.
Because I'm like, I'm trying to just get a little bit of intel out of that. I finally did.
That was what I was trying to figure it out. Trying to figure out that, and I'm like, wait. I'm like, come on, spit out the bean.
Yeah, but I saved her for last. I could have killed her. Yes, you're absolutely correct. I could have killed her. Actually, I could have even killed her regardless because of what's about to come up. But I was trying to save her for last because, again, I had a little gag I wanted to do. Which, this was not the best map to do said gag, but yeah, I could have. You're right, I could have, but yeah. Even in the recording, I legit a minute after this round ended said, yes, I may or may not have was trying to keep Karen last alive.
I kid.
Oh, shut up. I was trying not to laugh.
No, I legit had a gag I wanted to do for this. A gag that was in my head I wanted to do for a long time. Totally did not get the reference from this man right here, even though he's already kind of clipped off some of the context to it. Actually, maybe not. I don't know.
But that's the.
It was definitely not trying to stitch up, but it was just trying to do a smart detective play.
I'm like, surely I'm gonna get something out of this.
Also, fun fact: this is I think a Nightfox tune as well.
I tell you.
The thing, you know what? I know this is a 2016 meme. I was gonna do it in here, but I'm like, nope. The thing goes pop, 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 skip it, pop, pop, and let's get that boom, skia, boom, 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 boom.
Fingers pop,
That's the best. There you go. You getting it? There you go. There's your meme. 2016 meme right there.
pop, pop, pop. I know that's 16 mean, but it's get that boom. Yeah.
We're gonna get to that, my man. We're gonna get to that.
Classic 2016 meme. I know. It's old, but I love it. The thing goes.
Pop, pop, pop. I love it. I'm sorry. I can do it. I'm good at doing it.
Pop, 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 pop. Let's get that boom. Skia.
Butchered that one.
That failed.
Help.
That failed. Please stop me. Wait. Huh? What's going on? Scout, you still alive by any chance?
He was quiet this whole entire time. That's why I made the perfect call to say what I said.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I have not.
Maybe a little bit.
I was gonna say
No, you don't say. You don't say at all.
I have not seen you at all.
Yeah, 'cause I'm a little bit stuck right now.
No.
Okay, get back.
Oh, you
Oh,
are you
really?
really, man?
Yeah, but I need
What?
so.
Oh, this I gotta see.
It's cartoon. You gotta give it to me.
This I gotta see. I gotta see.
It looks like I can see the name, the first building.
The
name.
first building.
Butte.
First
It's
building.
like it looks like the very
Please talk about that.
Yeah. I have to say, you're gonna get salty JPD right here. In this scenario, Scout is right here with this window. He's on the outside layer of the window. There is no way to get out of this scenario. In which, in this scenario, he should have took his death with a respect. But no, he was like, nah, I'm just gonna stand here and just crouch. You know, I'm just gonna stand here and crouch. There's no way I'm gonna get butchered in this spot. I'm like, I ain't having this, Jack. I ain't having this. While I sucked at trying to take my vengeance on this without the outer portion of a witness, yeah, I was very salty about this.
where all the offices are.
You don't say.
Pretty sure he's talking about
And I was really trying to be strat too with this.
that one secret place that I was.
I like how Karen's like, oh, I think he was talking about that one secret place. No! He's legit in a spot that he should not have been able to get into in the first place.
And then
Man, why were you not in his shoes? That's the question you gotta ask yourself.
and then he was not there. Pretty sure.
And me trying to take shots,
Say.
which I failed miserably, but that's partially with the controller and my sensitivity with the camera. I think I should have adjusted, but controller, Java, it's a bit weird. It's not crazy weird, but it is a bit weird of a feel with using it on Java. Like with Bedrock, I probably could have been better, but still.
I hear about.
I was taking my shots and he kept moving. I'm like trying to aim just to get the shots that kill him.
I hear about also. I don't know who.
And I'm like, okay, he's called me out. Fine. Oh, hi. I'm high. But he still called me out by writing out my name. Like, just die.
Kill me.
No, it's not me.
And I'm like, no, it's not me. You're the one that's being a scrub chilling in the window that you should not have gotten to in the first place. Yes, copium salty JPD, alright? Yeah.
Although you're.
And plus Karen being there really was not great because I'm trying to do this without a witness because if Karen witnessed me killing, which she did, she should have went for me. She should have went for me because I legged it, which again I don't know if she was going for me or not. I was trying to leg it to get away. The fact though that she could have killed me. Now in the scenario, actually I'll continue on when we get done with this portion.
in a tight pickle there.
And I will admit I was good when latching onto this, like coming or like I was coming from the other side.
Yeah, I am. I'm stuck here. I can't get back up.
I know.
And I'm legit being sarcastic at this point.
How'd you do that?
I don't know. I fell off of these.
Gate-
Why?
gate-
And I'm like, why? Why do this? Why do this to me? Why?
gate, get back up.
and landed
No, he
up
can't.
there somehow.
Uh-oh.
Why?
Yeah, I'm
You mean this whole entire time I got that kill good, even though I was so stuffed? Okay, I can't be too annoyed, but still, this was a big dodo mode. Or big, not dodo, but like big bro moment or whatever.
Why'd you do this?
I didn't purposely do
Okay,
it.
I'm just gonna.
And I'm like, alright, that's it. I'm done looking at this. I'm
leave
out of
you
here.
to it,
I'm out of here.
And, we'll go from there.
I wasn't on purpose.
Something's gonna happen.
And I'm like, something's gonna happen. And I was like, in my mind, oh, something's definitely gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. You're gonna get some arrows to the face.
Like, you gonna kill me or something?
What, me?
And I'm like, he's instantly just latching onto me. I'm like, why me? Why me? Just because you may have been the one that busted me on the concept of murdering Ken doesn't mean Karen busted me, which means I'm not 100% busted.
It's not me.
So I'm still trying to defend myself.
It's not me.
And I legit was trying to be so tactic on how I could do my shots.
Hell no. I don't trust you.
Okay, fine.
And I'm like, all right, that's it. I'm done arguing. I'll just fine. You want to blame it me? Fine. But Karen's right there. I'm hiving right between this pillar.
It was just 3 of us, so.
And
I know.
again, trying to take my shots. Oh, no, I didn't miss. I will tell you this. This is the thing I do like about Java Minecraft versus Bedrock Minecraft. Because with Bedrock Minecraft, if you take pop shots and you hit the player, you don't really have like that. It doesn't like with Java, you get that little ding every time when you're successfully hitting people with pop shots. I like that with Java. Bedrock doesn't have that function. Java does. I do like that. That does tell me, my pop shots are hitting and all that kind of jazz. May not be like a big impact damage, but it's still like being like a moment like, oh yeah, I definitely got a pop shot on him and stuff like that. But it still doesn't mean like it's a full concept of like, it was a good pop shot, was it a bad pop shot, that kind of jazz.
Oh, why are you trying to kill me, JP?
And instantly he's like, oh, why are you trying to kill me, JPD? Again, calling me out. Now, if it was a mono, if Karen wasn't alive, then by all means, go for it. Go for it, because you don't have anyone else to throw in the concept unless I'm trying to throw in a fake skin. But that's beside the point. But like,
Me. Must be
Yeah.
seeing another me.
I know, and I choked real bad trying to get these shots. But he was moving, and I'm like, oh my goodness gracious, I'm trying to get my shots. Trying so hardcore to get my shots. It was such a bad, this was legit a bad kill. But regardless, I should not have even had to do this. My man should have just took the leap of faith to be like, I sacrificed my life and whatever, and I don't know. But so annoyed. I was so annoyed about this one.
It's someone failing their bow right now.
I know.
But finally, so many freaking shots, I finally got him. And that concept, that's what you get, man. That's what you get. And I'm like, after Karen's like, oh, he's dead. I'm like, she said the words, I gotta lick it.
Uh-oh.
And now, I was going to continue on before I let the listeners proceed. Because Karen known exactly that it was me, she could have instantly attempted to kill me. She didn't have to, do the play by stay secure. She could have instantly attacked me if she saw me. Not even if she witnessed me, visually. Say for the scenario, we go back to building 2. Say I'm walking, I'm on the low ground, she's on the high grounds. She sees me walking through. She can come up and surprise attack me because she knows that everyone else is dead but herself. But because of this gag, I was trying to let this gag be a moment in the concept of this. And yes, this gag, I was not planning on killing her. I mean, yes, I would kill her, but not until after I'd done the gag. Because I thought the gag would have been funny. I thought the gag would have been so funny. But it kind of got ruined. But let's proceed on.
It's not me.
And we're definitely going to have to get to this as quickly as we can.
Karen. Karen. I got a secret.
And I'm like, I got a secret. The secret, yeah, the secret was not me admitting I was the murderer, but that was the question she was asking. And so I had to say no because I didn't want to say maybe because that's not where I was going with this. I was not going that way. Although, yes, I was the murderer. I wasn't wanting to go that way.
You the
No, I got a secret.
Because I'm like, no. That's not the outcome. I don't want to go that way. I don't want to go that way yet. I don't want to go that way.
Where you at? I promise I am.
And I legit was not lying. I legit promised, I was not lying at all that I was not going to kill her. Now, after the gag, I probably would have been curious, but still.
Not holding out any.
And I legit was being legit honest. I was not
tools.
pulling out any of my tools. And as a matter of fact, I legit was honest, saying, hey, my hotbar select is in the middle.
No.
And she was about to take pop shots and everything. I'm like, no. Play, come on. Lower the bow. All right, nope, not needed, not needed in this scenario.
I promise. I'm not holding out any tools.
And I was being honest, even walking by,
Yes,
I wasn't even holding
I'm
out any
legit
tools.
in the middle of my.
And I honestly, as I was seeing, I am in the middle. Is actually when I've said myself to the middle, but still, trying to be legit honest, I was in the middle.
I just want to have a talk.
And I no lie, seriously, just wanted to have a talk.
I just want to have a talk. That's all. I just want to have a talk.
You're definitely the mayor.
It's just like you're definitely the murder. I mean, yes, I was the murder, okay, but I
It's not-
seriously just wanted to have a talk.
Hey,
Yeah, right.
And because she was automatically keeping watch of that floor, ready to snipe, I had to proceed through a different floor to go up there. That's why I was crouching. She's right there. She's crouching.
hello?
She's about ready to fire.
Hello?
And I'm legit like, I'm going this way. I'm staying a good distance away from you because I really don't want to I don't want to go there yet.
Hey, back.
I don't want to go Maro A Maro yet.
No. Hey, I'll go this way. I'm going this way.
And yep, see, shot fired. Miss.
It's not me. I tell you.
And automatically,
Fingers
I'm sorry. I did do that.
pop, 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 pop.
And I'm actually come up here, just waiting for her to come on by.
Hello.
There she goes.
Hi.
And I'll be real. If I was not trying to get her attention, well, actually, no, let me state that. If I was trying to get her attention, there was no way I was going to do anything, like attack or nothing. Because if I really wanted to win, I would have been sneaky dip and maybe do the stab in the back trick. Maybe. But like me trying to get her attention, that just goes to show I was not trying to kill. Yes, I was the murderer. Still, wasn't trying to do that.
No.
She's automatically like trying to
No.
fire the bolt. She's trying to
No,
fire the
no
bolt, and I'm like, it's like no need for the bolt. No need for the bolt. I'm like crouching, like, please. I want to just talk. I don't want to do the Maro A Maro yet.
I am not going to do anything. I just want to talk.
Now I will admit, I butchered this because I was still in crouch. Smarts. But that's because when I do these murder mysteries, I use the controller, which is Tutter, with the Mr. Crayfish's controller mod. We have another mod, which is the Essential mod, which is what allows us to change skins, host the map, all that jazz. Crayfish controller mod and Essentials don't like to play with each other. So, like, if you're trying to interact with Essentials UI stuff, Crayfish's controller mod doesn't like it. It's kind of very annoying, and I wish Essentials would consult that concept, because if I'm trying to make my Java feel like Bedrock but under Java's platform, it's nice to have that control stuff.
What are you talking about?
Okay. It may or may not be me, but Karen. If this is gonna work.
See, I didn't realize it was crouch. That's the
I don't
problem.
think this is working. Oh no, is it not working?
I was crouched this whole entire time and I realized it.
The flowers.
And I was like, the flowers, yeah, not this time.
Uh,
Not this time. I went a little bit more tee.
Oh, it's because I was crouched.
And I'm like, oh, I realized I was
That's
crouched.
why. You wouldn't kill little old me, would you? You leave me to live? Sacrifice?
Oh,
God
no.
dang it! No!
Yeah, Riz. My Riz did not work. My Riz definitely did not work. My Riz failed.
I
Which I knew was gonna happen, but I tried.
should have seen that one coming.
It's like getting stabbed in the heart for real, man.
That one coming.
That was yeah.
And I'm dead. Man, that was.
I definitely should not have done the gag here. I should not have done that gag here. This map was definitely not the place to do that.
Okay, first off, with.
But yeah, man, that Riz was terrible. Anyway, that's it for this one. Yeah. That was something. Yeah, GG Karen. That was definitely a real stab to the heart on that one. I was trying to do Riz. Anyway, unfortunately, we are gonna have to end it off here. I was really hoping we would get the last one that we have to do, but unfortunately, I just don't have the time. I actually was really hoping I would have the time, but that one interruption kind of impacted a bit. Even with the interruption anyway, we still would not have enough time. So we're gonna have the last one, which is officially will be the last part within this concept of reacting. Which the next one, uh, time, time is gonna be the big conversation on that one. But yeah, I don't know that. That's pretty much it on that. Also, one more thing I do want to talk about this. Going back to this, there is actually a short with this subject here. It's not linked in this video, but if you go back to my main channel, you can either find it right here on my shorts channel or right here. The shorts right here, this actually has more of the legitimate, more funny edit to it. I can't show this right now on stream on here because with the potential copyright assets. Since my shorts channel, I focus it more for the fun of the modality of just the creativity for the fun of it, not for the monetization. What I cannot speak. Unlike with the main channel, I focus on that. So if you do want to check out that short, which I can't believe that short has 1.1k views. That's kind of insane. But yeah, there is a short under this within this video. It's kind of a bit more funny, which funny enough, I need to go back into it and I need to edit because YouTube did detect one of the songs at the end, which to me, when I was looking this up, I was looking up sad music. It's a genuine sad song that actually has a name, and I didn't realize that. This is what I get for trying to go through YouTube, trying to find sad music and thinking it's copyright free and all that. Yeah. But thankfully, like I said, that's my shorts channel. Not worried about the copyright monetization or anything like that because that's just the fun for that channel. But yeah, that is a short that does exist out there, and it's more kind of more funnier than the one on the actual video because with the actual controversy to it, it has the genuine actual copyright assets and stuff like that. Like the legit. I forgot what the song's called. I know the song in my head. But yeah. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and end here again. I do apologize. I was really hoping we would get both of them, but I just can't. I just don't got the time. So anyway, if you guys are new to the channel, don't want to miss any other videos, again, not a lot like this. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. That way you get notified about the content I do on this channel, which is mainly between Young Life SMP and murder mystery videos and all that stuff. Stay tuned for that. Like I said, the last stream on this will be talking about the last video. If you did enjoy today's stream, make sure you give a like. Part for that. Thank you very much for King of Bricks, Daisy, Karen, and Scout for tuning in. You've been the audience, and I have been your host, Shipman Minecraft, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.